What it feel like to see the truth and still ignore it? Whether in denial or out of it is still important. I'm from where they sold men, secrets only told friends. Dusty church with old hymns, 24s and chrome rims. Dirty South, football jersey with that 5 on it. Skeletons in closets on a hanger.
Hi everyone, and welcome to Who Threw the Curve, and this is Robert Ruiz, and I'm doing a Robert Ruiz rant. And today we're talking about setbacks are stepping stones, a wry look at life's little trip-ups. In the grand, often slapstick comedy that is life, setbacks are about as beloved as a screen door on a submarine or an ejection seat on a helicopter. They're seen as the proverbial banana peels on the sidewalk of success, the rain on the parade of progress, and yet, in an act of defiance that borders on the masochistic, we've collectively decided to rebrand these nuisances as stepping stones. Yes, stepping stones, those quaint flat rocks you might use to cross a babbling brook, or in this case, the raging river of our ambitions. Now, the idea that every misstep is merely a setup for a comeback is as comforting as it's delusional, or should I say, as it is delusional. It's akin to saying, every time you accidentally hit reply all on an email, you're really just expanding your network. It's the kind of optimistic masquerade that can only be maintained by the most stubborn of Pollyannas or most tenacious LinkedIn influencers, who, I'm convinced, must see silver linings even in their dental x-rays. But let's indulge in this whimsy for a moment, shall we? Let's take a stroll down this garden path of growth-minded euphemisms and examine how our greatest flops are secretly the escalators to our highest peaks, assuming we survive the fall, of course. First, let's consider the classic setback known as failure. Failure, that cruel, relentless teacher who doesn't believe in grade inflation and always seems to have a fresh supply of pop quizzes. Failure has a knack for showing up right when you thought you'd finally figured out the test pattern, gleefully ready to knock you down a peg or two. But fear not, for each Facebook is an opportunity to taste the floor's unique flavor profile. A reminder to keep our shoelaces tight, and a chance to look up and see the stars. Or at least the gum stuck under the desk. And what of rejection? The party to which you were not invited, the club that did not grant you membership, the date who decided you were more of a let's be acquaintances kind of person. Rejection is the universe's way of saying, not this way, buddy, as it is gently, or sometimes not so gently, steers you towards a different path, one presumably strewn with more rejection until you find that one non-rejecting oasis. It's all about building resilience, or so they say. After all, what doesn't kill you gives you a set of very peculiar coping skills and a twisted sense of humor. At least, that's what I tell myself. Let's not forget about the classic setback of being lost, both metaphorically and literally. To be lost is to be an explorer on the frontiers of confusion, a pioneer in the wilderness of where on earth am I. It's an unexpected detour that often leads to the discovery of new routes, or at the very least, a new found appreciation for GPS and the kind of strangers who offer directions. Being lost is not a sign that you're off track. It's just life's way of offering a scenic route, complete with more potholes and less signage. Then there's the setback of making a fool of oneself, a personal favorite among the connoisseurs of humiliation. Public speaking, the sudden onset of amnesia, waving at someone who is waving at the person behind you, the accident, reply all. These are the moments that keep us humble, provide antidotes for parties, and ensure that our egos don't become too inflated, lest we float away like an untethered parade balloon. In the end, it's clear that setbacks are just life's way of adding a little spice to the bland stew of our daily routines. They're the plot twists in our personal novels, the unexpected chord changes in the symphony of our careers. Without them, we'd surely reach our goals. But what stories would we tell? I set a goal, worked hard, and achieved it all with no issues whatsoever? Said no interesting memoir ever. So let us raise a glass to the setbacks, the flubs, the blunders, and the bungles. May they keep our journeys interesting, our skin thick, and our stories worth telling, for every setback is not just a stepping stone, but a story in the making. A laugh to be had, and a testament to the human spirit's stubborn insistence on eventually getting it right, or at least getting a story, or should I say, a good story out of trying. Thank you, and don't forget to like and share.
Still can't sleep at nighttime. So much going on inside my head. I should talk it out. I can never be no lame if God know my heart is sound. Hand closer to the flame until it spark a cloud. Why they never want to bite, but they be barking loud. I'm really on it, really on it, really on it.